It has been a tough week or so for tech YouTubers. We need to talk a little bit about this Zone of Tech copyright strike deal. Hey there, friends on YouTube. My name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. This is your first time here. Thanks for stopping by. If you want to come back again, you know what to do. If you've been here before, then thank you for coming back. I really do appreciate it. You are some of my favorite people in the whole wide world. Anyway, Zone of Tech channel with about 500,000 subscribers. Just celebrated his 500,000 subscribers milestone the other day. But that excitement was tempered somewhat by the fact that he had also, just maybe a day or so before that, received notice of a copyright strike on his channel. And I have had I've had a copyright strike on my channel in the past. I used to do covers of songs and stuff. When this channel wasn't really this channel, it was something. It was just the thing that I was doing. I would do covers of songs and that kind of thing. And I never monetized them. But at one point, YouTube had this little pop-up thing in my creator studio that said, hey, you've got stuff that you can monetize. Do you want to do that? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. Unfortunately, it monetized all of those cover songs, which I didn't realize. And it took a couple of days, but then I got a copyright takedown from none other than His Purple Majesty, Prince. I had a cover of his song Purple Rain on there. It got unintentionally monetized, and I got the copyright strike. What that meant for me was no videos longer than 15 minutes, no live streaming. There was I think there were a couple of other things, and it was a 6-month window. What happened here is that he had made a video, not yesterday, not the day before, not last week or last month, but 4 years ago. He made a video of how to install the OS X Yosemite beta on your computer without being a developer. Now, these days they have the Apple public beta program, and it's not something that people have to do. But in the old days, you know, people wanted to put the betas on, and there were channels and videos and all that kind of stuff that told them. So anyway, 4 years ago, he puts this video up, and he gets this notification that he's received a copyright strike from Apple through a third-party company that does this sort of rights management stuff for other companies, I guess. In my case, it was Prince's record label. So, you know, it may have been Prince himself. I'm not sure. The thing that really strikes me about this story is, I remember this from my experience, and Daniel has sort of reiterated what was his experience, and it seems very similar to mine. There's no real avenue of support from YouTube. Basically, you go to a place and you send away emails and you fill out forms and all this kind of stuff. There's no recourse to speak to a person to be able to understand what happened or anything like that. He was able to get through to the company that gave him the strike, and they were able to give him some more context and that kind of thing. But YouTube, as usual, is a giant black box. And that's really unfortunate, because a lot of people these days are making their living on YouTube. For better or worse, whatever you might think about it, their business relies on YouTube. And yes, YouTube has its terms of service, and yes, everybody's supposed to follow the rules, but sometimes there are situations that arise. I would love to see YouTube initialize some sort of step process where you can get in touch, first via email and then uplift it to a person that you can talk to. But for most creators, the creators who don't have millions of subscribers, they don't have a dedicated person they can call at YouTube when they have an issue arise like this. And I think that YouTube really needs to look at that and start to think about how they can help the folks who are working very hard to make their part of their platform something worthwhile. My friend John Prosser from Front Page Tech, he released a video in which he talked about the very nature of the claim for this copyright strike. Daniel, in his video, did not, create a new version of Mac OS. He did not distribute Mac OS. He did not do anything that would actually violate any sort of copyright law. He merely made a video of instructions on how to do something. Now, Apple says this violates their terms of service, and yes, it does. Was it the right thing to do? No, probably not. But I think we'd all be a little bit naive if we didn't admit that plenty of people have made videos like this over and over and over again. I mean, there are jailbreak channels. There's so much of that grassroots kind of hacking and DIY stuff on YouTube on so many tech channels that if Daniel from Zone of Tech is going to get a copyright strike for having a video that's 4 years old that violates Apple's terms of service, then I don't know what's coming next. As John said in his video, that is not a copyright violation in any way. So go over and watch John's video. He explains it very succinctly, very nicely, and I don't want to try and do his job over again here. And the next thing that really sort of came up in my mind as I watched Daniel's video, which I'll link down in the description below, is there's sort of this new breed, or at least new or more active that I've noticed, of third-party companies that are somewhat predatory animals set loose by organizations like Apple and others to do their dirty work when it comes to their intellectual property online. I'm not going to ascribe any kind of malice or anything like that. These are people who've set up this business. They're doing the business, and that's that. But we've seen this now where they say that telling people how to install software is a copyright violation. And it just worries me that there can be this third-party sort of police force. It's not part of YouTube. It's not part of the creator community. It is basically like a Baldwin Felts kind of detective agency hired by companies to go out and hunt YouTubers who are skirting around propriety. It scares me because just yesterday we also had Marquez Brownlee find that one of his review videos had been turned into an advertisement by a company without his knowledge or consent. And it seems like YouTube is once again becoming the Wild West, but in this instance, it's not YouTube becoming the Wild West in terms of the creators going wild. It's YouTube in concert with organizations like these companies that go out and seek violations, who are it seems like they're claiming open season on the YouTube creator community. There's just this feeling in my heart right now that it's open season on YouTube. The companies are coming for you. They're going to steal your content. The companies are coming for you. They're going to trump up some kind of copyright strike charge on you, and 3 strikes and you're out. Your YouTube career is over. And where is YouTube in all this I guess, do they have any reason to protect us other than the fact that we create all of their content? It seems like in the wake of adpocalypse upon adpocalypse, YouTube is siding with the money. And that makes me, as a creator, very scared. Does it make you very scared? Really, honestly, let me know down in the comments, because I feel bad for Daniel having had this situation come upon him. I hope it gets worked out for him. I've watched his channel for a while, and he's a really good YouTuber and really does nice stuff with his channel. So I hope it does get worked out. But in the meantime, I'm scared. Again, thanks so much for being here. If this was your first time and you want to come back again, then I'll be here and you can do the things that you need to do to make that happen. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back again. I really do appreciate it. If you're looking for any kind of Painfully Honest Tech merchandise, if you're curious about what it is that I use to create my videos, any of those kinds of things, there are links down in the description to t-shirts and other affiliate links for the gear that I use and that kind of thing. You can check those out. Anything that you could do is always great. Again, thank you for your eyeballs and your ear holes for this few minutes that we've had today. My name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. And it's starting to hurt a lot more. Until the next time, I'm out.